Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. First and foremost, like I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua Bahashim Kakwadash. You see the title say one of the reasons why we went into slavery, right? So I was reading Numbers 14 with my brethren, right? And I kind of, something stuck out to me, of our people and the things that we was doing back then, and it makes sense of why we went into slavery. Why we go? Cause you have a lot of people question like, why we going through this stuff we go through? Why we last hired first fired? Why do we go through slavery? Why do we have to pick cotton? Why did our women have to get, ravished? Why did our children have to get sold? You have some people be like, oh, God is a terrible person. People that don't know any better, they be like, God, why would I want to serve a God that would do that to a people, right? It's like you. That would do that to a people, right? But you got to realize what our people was doing during that time. You got to realize what our people was doing during that time to get into that situation. The most I just didn't put it. The most I just didn't say, hey, I'm just gonna put them in slavery just because I want to, or just because I got the power to. It was a reason why we went into slavery, and I'm finna show you one reason. And I kind of got upset reading this. I kind of got upset reading reading these verses. I'm like, bruh, we are a ungrateful nation. We just witnessed the Most High power through Moses. This man just freed us out of Egypt, got us out of captivity. You know what I'm saying? But how do our people, when stuff ain't going our way, when we ain't ate in a while, when we ain't drunk nothing in a while, how do our people respond to adversity? Let's see. Check this out. This Numbers chapter 14 and verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried. So, like, what you crying for? Like, what you crying for, man? The Most High already showed you that he with you. So what are you crying for? What it ain't no, that a divine being is on your side and you crying. It's and all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured. Murmuring. Yeah, murmuring is like they talking whispering like, man, this nigga here, man, we should have stayed in Egypt, man. They kind of whispering, oh, man, I knew we shouldn't believe this nigga Moses. That's what our people was on. That's the type of time our people was on, man. And that's one reason why we went into captivity and came over to America. We had to serve our oppressor because we was very ungrateful and very disobedient. How can you be ungrateful to the man that literally freed you out of captivity? The Egyptians were literally beating our back end with whips. We were literally, doing hardcore bondage with us. They killed our firstborns of our children, of the men. They killed the firstborn man child. They was killing your children. But let's see what our people were saying. They murmuring, right? It says they were murmuring against Moses, the man that literally freed them out of Egypt. They murmuring against this man. After this man, they literally seen this man part the Red Sea through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah. They still murmuring at this man. It says, and you know this our people. You know this our people by this content, by the context and how they murmuring. Our people are the only people that do that. This is how we know we're the people of the Bible. It says we murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, would God that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would God we have died in the wilderness? So you're like, well, do God want us to die in the land of Egypt? Or did he want us to get out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? That's wicked. You questioning the Lord. The Lord literally got you in the wilderness. He saved you out of Egypt. Now you questioning, is the Lord trying to kill you in Egypt? I mean, in the wilderness. That's wicked. And it says, and wherefore hath the Lord brought us into the land to fall by the sword, and our wives and our children should be a prey? So they basically saying, man, they basically talking bad on the Lord. They basically saying, they basically saying the Lord brought us into this land to fall by the sword. So they basically trying to say the Lord set them up. And they talking about the Lord. They talking about the Lord. Our people, the Israelites, we are nothing but dust and ashes. We talking about the Lord. They said, and wherefore hath the Lord brought us into the land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? And they said one to another, let us make a captain and let us return to Egypt. So if you don't know anything about the Bible, if you're new to about the Bible, the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt. We were serving hardcore bondage in Egypt, and Moses freed us. The Most High put it on Moses' spirit to free us out of Egypt. If you know anything about the story, Moses said, "Let my people go." He parted the Red Sea, and we left out of Egypt. That's what's going on. We just got freed out of slavery, but you have our people talking about some, let's go back to Egypt. After the Lord just did all these miracles and all these things to free you out of Egypt, out of slavery, our people was literally plotting on going back to Egypt. That's like us leaving America. We know we're in captivity in America. We getting treated bad in America. We know we still in slavery. That's like us getting delivered out of America. And then some people say, man, let's go back to America. Let's go back to working 9 to 5s. Let's go back to school. Let's go back to slave for the so-called white man. That's basically what's going on. Our people is ungrateful, and that's the reason why we in the situation we in right now. If you want to know why we're in the situation we in right now, just look at your people right now. Look how we living. Look how disobedient we is. Look how hard-headed we is. These people, our people was literally trying to go back into Egypt, back into slavery. Under the Egyptians, that was, like I said, they killed the firstborn, the men child of our people. They started putting hardcore bondage on us because we started growing. We started being fruitful and multiplying. They started putting hardcore bondage on us. Now, if you want to go back to slavery, you got to be bugged out. You got to be bugged out. Now, this is why we went into slavery. The Lord gave us some commandments to keep. We were disobedient. We didn't keep. You think if we talking about going back to Egypt when there was a lot of bestiality going on, the Egyptians was weirdos. They was into pedophilia. They was into incest. They was into homosexuality. So if you want to go back to that, how bugged out do you have to be as a people? You have to be destroyed. You have to be disobedient. That's us. That's us. Now skipping down to verse 6, and Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes, and they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it, it is exceedingly good land. So he telling them, hey man, the land, y'all be patient. Our people are not patient. It's like you good. All praise to the Most High. But our people are not patient. They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait for that to get to the land. They already ungrateful, talking about let's go back to Egypt. You ain't patient enough to get the land the Lord prepared for you. It said, verse 8, if the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into the land and give it us a land which flows with milk and honey. So the Lord say he's gonna give us a land that flows with milk and honey. What our people say? Let me keep reading. Only rebel not ye against the Lord. So he's saying, man, hey, he's saying, Joshua saying, don't rebel against the Lord. Neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us. Fear them not. Verse 10, but all the congregation bade stone them with stones, and the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. So they were trying to stone them. This man telling them, hey, be patient. The Lord ain't gonna forsake us. He got a land for us. Our people was trying to stone this man. Our people was literally trying to stone this man for him telling them to be patient. That we got a land ahead of us. They didn't want to wait. Our people don't want to be patient. Our people want that. Our people want it right now. They want that thing right then and there. They don't want to be patient. They talking about what you finna stone this man for? He ain't disrespect you. He telling you to wait, and it's facts. And the Most High was heated with that. The Most High was heated with our people. Let me tell you what the Most High finna do to our people. And if it wasn't for Moses, the Lord would have killed us all. It wouldn't be no such thing as the Israelites. You wouldn't see us on the face of the earth. That's what the Bible say. Verse 11. And the Lord said unto Moses, how long will this people provoke me? And how long will it be ere they believe me? For all the signs which I have showed among them, I will smite them with the pestilence and disherit them, and will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they. So if you don't understand what that just said, the Lord was finna kill us. The Lord was finna exterminate the Israelites off the face of the earth. He said he was finna give Moses, basically he was finna make another chosen people. It wasn't finna be the Israelites. It wasn't finna be no people called the Israelites no more. We were finna be exterminated. The Lord finna end us just for us being disobedient. I'd be upset too. Just imagine you murmuring and talking about the Lord, the man that literally got you out of slavery. You talking about going back to slavery where he saved you from. He finna destroy us, man. And what, check this out, verse 13. And Moses said unto the Lord, then the Egyptians shall hear it, for thou broughtest up this people in thy might from among them, and they will tell it to the inhabitants of this land, for they have heard that the Lord are among this people, that thy Lord are seen face to face, and that thy cloud standeth over them, and that thou goest before them by daytime in a pillar of a cloud, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if thou shalt kill all this people as one man, then the nation which have heard the fame of thee will speak, saying, because the Lord was not able to bring this people into the land which he swore unto them, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness. And now I beseech thee, let the power of my Lord be great, according as thou hast spoken, saying, the Lord is long-suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquities and transgressions, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, upon the third and fourth generation. So Moses basically said, hey, Lord, have mercy on them people. Have mercy on your people. If you destroy them, then the Egyptians going to be like, the Lord, he couldn't do it. He couldn't bring them into the land. They're going to mock us. So basically, Moses stop the Most High finna end us. Just by that situation, our people are ungrateful, bro. Our people is a ungrateful people, bro. We don't care about the Most High, bro. We do everything, anything outside of pleasing the Most High. Our people want to do everything else besides serving the Lord. That's why we're in the situation we're in right now. And people wonder why we went through slavery. People wonder why we went through segregation. People wonder why we last hired, first fired. People wonder why the man leave the household, not a woman got to raise a child. People wonder why we live in poverty. People wonder why we got to serve our enemies. Because we didn't keep the commandments and because we are an ungrateful nation. That's why 2/3 of our people going to have to die. That says the Lord. 2/3 of our people is not going to make it for being ungrateful. Now going back, right? Check this out. Let me show you how. Let me show you now. This is another account, the same chapter on how our people are disobedient and don't want to listen and want to do what they want to do. And this is why we're in a situation right now as a people. Check this out. Let me find it. Check this out. Start at verse 41. This Numbers chapter 14 and verse 41. And Moses said, wherefore now do ye transgress the commandments of the Lord, but it shall not prosper. So you're not going to prosper. And going back to Judith, the other nations know that we're not going to prosper when we disobey the commandments of the Lord. We always going to be at the bottom of society when we're not keeping the commandments. So our people was wicked, and Moses told them, you're not going to prosper because you're not keeping the commandments. You go to war against the Amalekites and the Canaanites, you're not going to prosper because you are wicked. You ain't keeping no commandments. Check this out. Verse 42, Moses telling them, go not up, for the Lord is not among you, that ye be not smite before your enemies. So Moses telling them, bro, do not go to battle with the Amalekites and Canaanites because the Lord is not with y'all because y'all ungrateful and disobedient. Now check out what our people do anyway. Verse 43, for the Amalekites and the Canaanites are there before you, and ye shall fall by the sword. Moses telling them what's going to happen before they even do it. Moses said, y'all going to fall by the sword because you are turned away from the Lord. Therefore, the Lord will not be with you. Now, what our people do? Verse 44, but they presumed to go up unto the hilltop. Nevertheless, the ark of the covenant of the Lord and Moses departed not out of the camp. Then the Amalekites came down, and the Canaanites which dwelt in that hill, and smote them, and discomfited them, even until Hormah. So they got whooped, like Moses said. Our people want to be disobedient and be like, we're going to do what we want to do. We ain't listening to Moses. Moses don't know what he's talking about. We're finna go to war and fight these Amalekites and Canaanites. We got our butts whooped because we were disobedient. You know what I'm saying? So this was just a short video through the Spirit just to show you this is a short account. This is a short account on how hold up. And this is a short video. Now, our people, if you read throughout the Bible, especially the Torah, it shows you more accounts. I might do a part 2. It shows you more accounts on how our people was more wicked. I mean, it was even more wicked and disobedient. And that's the reason why we went through slavery. The reason why we went through slavery is because what I just read to y'all. Our people literally got freed out of slavery and wanted to go back into slavery because they wasn't getting to the land quick enough. How they wanted to get there, how fast they wanted to get there. They was questioning the Lord. They wanted to stone another brother. They was being disobedient. Moses told them not to go to war because y'all gonna lose. And they turned around and went to war. This is why we went through slavery, because we disobedient. We don't care about the Lord. We see our people now. We don't care about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We hate each other. You know what I'm saying? And we just disobedient. We ungrateful, disobedient. An ungrateful, disobedient nation. And that's why the Lord gonna come back and kill 2/3 of our people, because we ungrateful and disobedient and don't want to hearken. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, and I say Shalom.